field you're in, or whatever place you are in, you are exactly where you are supposed to be for this moment in time right here. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kimberly Louise and I make faith-based content here on YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be talking about David and Goliath. I know you probably have heard this story many times before, and I have as well, but I wanted to talk about it from the perspective of you are exactly where you need to be. I'm going to be reading from 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 33 through 36. I'm going to pop it up on the screen and start reading now. But Saul replied, "You can't go fight this Philistine. You're just a youth, and he's been a warrior since he was young." David answered Saul, "Your servant has been tending his father's sheep. Whenever a lion or a bear came and carried off a lamb from the flock, I went after it, struck it down, and rescued the lamb from its mouth. If it reared up against me, I would grab it by its fur, strike it down, and kill it. Your servant has killed lions and bears. This uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, for he has defied the armies of the living God." So David's occupation was shepherd. He was a shepherd since he was a little boy. He was a shepherd. And so he probably had been tending his father's sheep for years. I mean, that was his job. And so that caused him to know how to not only take care of the sheep, but he knew how to defend them. He knew how to feed them, what they needed to get from place to place. Like, he knew what they needed to keep their care up, to keep the care of them up. And so I believe that in this passage that I just read, that we can see Jesus here. We can see someone who was just tending his sheep, or someone who was just a carpenter, which is what Jesus's occupation was here on earth. And I was reminded that God wastes nothing. So you might think, man, I'm in this job that just seems pointless and it has no value. I don't see how God can use this. He can use it. David was a shepherd, and he was able to defeat attacks from different animals and things that wanted to attack his sheep. And so he knew how to grip them, kill them, send them on their way. He knew how to get rid of those attackers. And in Romans 8:28, it says he will work everything out for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And I think that that's true here, because David was a shepherd, but that's not all he was. God had greater purpose for him. And he figured out that, hey, if I can defeat these animals that try to attack my sheep, I know I can defeat anything else. And I don't know, it was just so cool, because the skills that he was learning during his time as a shepherd, God was even fashioning those so that he could use them for a greater purpose that he didn't even know about. And so I don't know what job you're in, or what career field you're in, or whatever place you are in, you are exactly where you are supposed to be for this moment in time right here. And so that was really it. Basically, David trusted in God. David trusted that God was going to help him defeat the Goliath, and he did. And it's like, I'm going to read to you what I wrote because it was so impactful to me. It says, David as a youth trusted in God to deliver Israel from the hand of the Philistines. So not only did he have faith that God would deliver him, he used what he had. He used the skills that he had to defeat Goliath. He had a sling and 5 smooth stones. But those small things are mighty in the hands of the one whose trust is in the Lord. Is your trust in the Lord, my friend, or is it in your abilities and what you can do? I pray that your trust is in the Lord. Father, I just ask you right now to touch every person that's watching this video. God, I pray that their trust and their hope is in you, and that they don't put their hope in an occupation or the things that they're doing, and they don't think, Lord, there's somebody on this call that feels like they don't even have a purpose, or they're just working to work. But God, I pray, God, that you would show them that even in your work, that you're doing every day that God can come through for you. So I just thank you so much for this time. I pray that it was effective and efficient and that you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching today's devotional. Remember that God is God and we are not, so we trust him and we let him do his thing. I'll see you guys either Friday or next week. Hope to see you. Bye-bye.